Good night, dear guardians. How are you? Here is Churri. We are super millennial, we are super centennial, and reading is boring. So today we are doing a weekly update with video edition. So yes, enjoy. So first things first, that we are going to be updated today are TM stages. So as I was mentioning to a few of you in our individual calls, we will start working with TM stages. This means that first of all, I was doing some analysis about health and performance in each LC. From health, I was checking the front office structure, so how much percentage we are accomplishing from it, the retention from January recruitment, how many, when it comes to performance, I was analyzing how many members with goal sets we have, the approvals that there were in the past 2 months, and the productivity average that there was in the past semester. And based on this and on other things that I was observing, I split the LCs into 3 stages that you will find in the next slide. Yay! These are the stages that we're going to be working with. Stage number 1 is Białystok, Kielce, Rzeszów, Szczecin, and Torun. Stage number 2 is Katowice, Warszawa, SGH, Warszawa, UW, Wrocław UI, and Wrocław UT. And stage number 3 is Gdańsk, Kraków, Łódź, Lublin, and Poznan. Stage number 1 will work with amazing Oleg. Stage number 2 with Karen, and stage number 3 will not get rid of me and will working with me. So you might be wondering what's the purpose of all of this and why did I decide. Actually, I was doing a bit of sensing, and what the thing we're going to be working on these stages on the first place is so that me, Karen, and Oleg can give you more customized support on your everyday work as LCVPTM. We are going to have working groups, so each stage will have a group somewhere where in Workplace where you can work on the things that are the most relevant for your stage. We are going to co-create the goals and the priorities for each stage. So probably in the next week, you will meet and you will decide, okay, what do we want to achieve as stage? So for example, we want to achieve 80% retention, we want to achieve this productivity, we want to achieve this and that, and also to put the priorities that you are going to work on in the next semester. And it will allow us to deliver to you more customized support on the needs that you have. And also we'll have splitted commission calls, so it means that every month when we will have our commission calls, the first half an hour will be same for everyone. I will present current state and so on. But then in the second half an hour, we will split in the stages to work on specific things that are regarding to our stages. What does it this doesn't mean in any sense that one stage is better than the other. This is just how the stages, the LCs look right now when it comes to talent management. LCs for sure will be improving a lot in the next months, and then when I will have my successor, probably this will be changed and it will be improved and refreshed, and LCs will change places. So let's take it as an opportunity to grow and to utilize better all of the knowledge that is inside of the commission and that me and the guys can provide to you. Yay! Second subject for the day of today is talent review. So let's check at some facts. This is the current HR situation that we have in ISEC for Poland. So how many members we have related to the ideal or recommended number of members that there should be in each area, as you know. And I was doing some other analysis. So I was putting together the members that we have in front office in each LC, as well as the goal of approvals that there are for April and May. And I was based on that, I was calculating what is the expected productivity for all the members that we have in front office for the next 2 months. So it means that, for example, in Białystok, we have a productivity of 6.1. So it means that every member has to do 6 approvals in the next 2 months. So in each month, they have to do 3 approvals. Dobra. Of course, this is not considering each product, and it might vary. For example, in IGV, probably the number of approvals is a bit higher than in other areas. But still, it's interesting to do this exercise. And why I was doing this, because if you remember from our summit in December, I was telling you that we have this current team that is supposed to be quite long, from the 1st of February until end of September. And this was raising a bit of concerns, like, and we were thinking, okay, how can we make this team work even though it's going to be long? And we said that we were going to have two team talent reviews. One of them was going to be in April, and another one was going to be before summer peak, so probably in June. But honestly, I was analyzing all the situation and how the things are looking right now, and I realized that it doesn't make sense to have a talent review right now in April. So what we are going to do is we are going to have the talent review later on in May, and we are going to get ready for summer peak. So later on in May, we will do the same analysis. We will check how many members we have in each area. We will check how it is looking the situation, what's the productivity that will be expected. We can, right now I'm calculating in approvals because we have the peak of approvals coming, but in the future we will also calculate the number of realizations that there will be and how many people will be needed per each, per the amount of EPs that we will have coming to the country and so on. And so the first thing that we need to take into consideration is career days, because as we talked before, also we have career days that is running right now, and it's finishing or already finished in your LCs. And we have been talking about that we need to utilize these people better, because usually they finish their terms and then they are doing nothing for a few months. So let's not make this happen. Let's actually ask them to reallocate, to be a part of the structures in front office. So what I did here in this chart, I was putting what are the priorities should be for you to reallocate people from career days according to how many members you are lacking in each area. So, for example, you have in Gdańsk, the two areas that are missing more people are OGV and IGE. In Katowice is IGV and OGV. In Krakow is OG and OGT, in Łódź is IGV, in Lublin OGV, in Poznan OGV and OGE, in Warsaw SGH. I already talked to Łódź, I'm missing some updates, so whenever you will update it, we can check. And in Wrocław UE in IGV. So here I put the next steps, what we should do with these people from career days. First of all, send a form or meet with the people from career days and ask them about their next steps, what they want to do, if they want to stay in the organization or not. Check in which area you want to decide to put them. Here you have the priorities that you should take into consideration. Open application, so it should be a simple form. I can also help you with that. We can create it together. We can share some GCPs on how they are being done. And announce the reallocations before Sprinko, so the people can go to Sprinko already selected in their new areas, and they can use Sprinko to learn more about the areas. And very, very important things, as I said before, the next talent review, meaning possibility to recruit people, only possibility will be in May to get ready for summer peak. And another important thing is that we are not recruiting people until we run the talent management in May. The talent review in May. And even after it, if we see that there are LCs that have just enough people to run summer peak, we don't need to do recruitment. So remember that this is a struggle that we always have as VP's team, that we just keep the whole year doing recruitment and we never focus on the development of our LCs. So these next 2 months that we have in front of us, April and May, are the key to our success. We need to focus on developing our membership, on ensuring that they know how to set their goals, how they are doing the stuff, and that they keep getting better every moment. And what they have to focus on right now is approvals, and of course, for example, in IGV, if you have opens, they focus on opens, and later on, when we will be facing the peak, which is usually the most challenging part of the year, we will have time to get prepared for that. Dobra. And now, of course, current state, as in each update, this is members achieving their goal, and as you know from the last update, we have members with goals set, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 LCs that are keeping this updated. So brava, guys. Everyone else, make sure that you will update it. The end of the month is approaching, so make sure that you have the routines with your team leaders for them to update how many members are achieving their goals. When it comes to productivity, in this month we are in 0.37 overall, so it's quite low. In the last semester we were achieving usually 0.5. It's true that it has to do with the amount of members that we had, that it was lower, but still we can do better. It's quite sad that every member that is in front office in ISF for Poland is doing like less than half an approval. So let's work for for this, like in my mind, for example, it's inconceivable that we are spending 1 month in a product without doing an approval, because it means that nothing is moving and that we are not creating leadership for that product in 1 month. When it comes to team standards, this is what team leaders are doing. So this is what they are tracking, as we were talking in most of the individual calls. This should be a picture for us to take into consideration. And one side of the story, and the second side is what people were saying in the engagement survey. So here are the conclusions that I wrote on the report that I hope all of you read. And when it comes to performing, the conclusion was that only 35 out of 258 team members said that they have 4 or more meetings during February. So it means that in February there were not happening the regular meetings. So I hope that we're working to have all regular meetings in March. Team days, we were also talking about that in the commission call, that they should happen every 3 months. So this question will not be in the next one, but there was also the insight about them in the previous survey. And LC meeting attendance is quite a problem that we are all having. So GCPs are welcomed, and let's make sure that everybody, first of all, let's make sure that we have a clear routine, that everybody knows when LC meetings are happening. Let's also make sure to deliver value content in the LC meetings, because many times the reason why people stop attending is because they don't see the point or they feel they're wasting their time. So let's make amazing LC meetings. Yes, and for more information regarding outputs and insights from Team Standards implementation from engagement survey, remember that we have in our Guardians folder the Keep folder, and there you can find all of the engagement survey results. But of course, we can never forget about exchanges, which is what we support. And very sadly, in the month of March, ISEC for Poland, we are dropping in approvals and we are dropping in realizations. We achieved almost 60% of our signups goals and 64% of our opens goal, 25% of our approval goals, and 16% of our realizations goals. Here you can see split by product when it comes to signups and opens. And when it comes to approvals, this is also how it looks like. I hope that you have checked the output from United Week. As you saw, we achieved big results in only 1 week. So let's take the learnings from that week and what worked and how can we replicate that in our LCs. And of course, operational focuses for the rest of the month. IGV, IG, IGT. If you're on track with your opens, if your LC achieved the open goals or is close to achieving it, focus on approvals, and if not, focus in opens. Of course, if you have teams for sales and teams for approvals, they should focus on their things. But also, we were having the conversation with a few of you about changing considerations team into sales team if it's needed, because some LCs are really behind when it comes to opens. So if you need to put more people to do opens, just do it, because this is the time to do the opens. If we do them later, we will be behind, and other countries will not want to approve with us because we will not have the opportunities open on time. When it comes to OGV, OG, OGT, you know that there is the new attraction campaign. This was published in the Beyond the Scale group. You can find also in the hub there are new materials for first contact, email, and other interesting things. And there is the IST campaign, as you know, that was also posted in the Beyond the Scale group. So check it out and meet with your VPs OGV and OGE to plan it. Yay! And then corner meetings, which was a topic that we talked a lot also in our individual call. So here is the recommended agenda, how it should look like. So remember to always take information there and to have an agenda and not just to have like a random conversation, because it might turn into like a very long conversation topic or it might not be efficient. Another thing that I was talking with a lot of you is try to make it in a frequency that then you can follow it up and that you can make a plan out of it, so that then you don't have to be meeting all the time, and we can be more efficient and make sure that you have a place to track actually what are the next steps that you get from your corner meetings. And then you and your LCP and everyone can just go there and check out, okay, I had to do this for OGV, this for IGV, how can I implement it? Also remember that there are guidelines to implement R&R system. A lot of you are doing it, and it's really giving, I think it's quite good because it's hyping the membership. I can see in your Instagrams, and it's super cool. And it's a really cool way to drive behaviors that you want to see in your LCs. So just make sure that you are creating it in a way that makes sense for your LC, and that your EV is also onboarded. And the same with icon plan. So all of you have the Instagram of your LCs, or almost all of you. If you don't have, high time that you open it. And also you have your workplace groups for the rest of your LC. So why not, you can create an icon plan of what are the things that you want to communicate to them in each week. And this can be very helpful and can give you a lot of insights. Also, Maya posted guidelines to do this, so also if you have any doubts, you feel free to approach her or me, and they can help you. Yay! And last thing is good to be LCVP. It's amazing, and I just wanted to leave you with this last message because the second month of our terms as LCVPs, TM, is finishing, and I know that a lot of you are super tired and exhausted for all the work that we had, and I know that it's only been 2 months, but it feels like a lifetime. And I know that a lot of your EBs are probably entering into storming, and are a lot of things happening, but I just wanted to give you this message that this will pass, and you will see in the future like that it was worth it. And from my experience, and from the experience of a lot of other people that were LCVPs with me in my EV and other LCVPs that I know, seriously, being in EV is one of the most amazing experiences that you can have in your whole life. I will never forget how cool it was for me. I felt like it was me and the rest of my EV, and it was us against the world, and we were working for our city, and every day I woke up with a very clear purpose in my mind, and I don't regret any second of it, and I enjoyed it to the last minute, and I really recommend you to do as well, and to celebrate all the small achievements that you have and the big achievements. And if you fail, just learn from it and stand up and keep going. Yes, and I just wanted to leave you with this fluffy message because I was having the one-to-ones, and I noticed that a lot of you are like a bit down or a bit tired. So let's let's just yes, of course, get some rest because it's important, and then just wake up and keep going because it's cool. Okay, guys, so this was all for today. Here is our weekly update, so check it out and see you soon.